Hello, I'm Trevor Jay from Risk Decisions, and in this short video I'm going to be using Predict Risk Analyzer to do some cost modelling using uncertainty factors around the cost estimates of the activities required to complete my project, and also of course take into account any potential risks. Now you'll see here I've got a number of line items, each of which has got a single point estimate against it. For example, the ancillary overhead costs we estimate to be about 1.57 million. And you also see that when we add all of these up together, the total is 61.4 million. I've also added an uncertainty factor against some of these items. In this case, I've got a medium uncertainty, but I've also got either no uncertainty at all, or high or low. Now, if we have a look at these uncertainty factors, we can see that my medium uncertainty says that I could be up to 5% less than my base estimate, or over 8% more. And in my example, that means my overhead costs estimate could be actually a little bit below 1.5 million, all the way up to 1.7 million. Now, when I take these uncertainty factors into account, I get a distribution of the potential total cost. Now, the worrying thing really here is that our 61.4, which was the total of those estimates, we are only 12% confident of being able to make that. If you want to have a more confidence, say up to 90% here, then we need to be allowing 63.4 million, i.e. £2 million more than our deterministic value. Now that's just looking at the uncertainty using those uncertainty factors. So as I said, I'm going to have a look at some potential risks as well. So I've got a small number of risks here, and you can see that the difference is that these have a probability of occurring. But if they do occur, then there's a potential range of costs that will be added. Now, when I take these into account, and I can look at the risks here, we can see a distribution of the potential costs of just those risks. Okay. Now, interestingly though, as well as this distribution, and we can see here that we're 90% confident that the risks alone will cost us less than 2.7 million, the tornado chart here is actually showing me how much this actual risk, the groundworks problem one, is contributing. So if I was able to totally remove that, my 90% confidence would actually drop by 750,000. Now, at a macro level, I could actually start creating some scenarios and turn on or off some of these particular risks. But I can also actually go in and look at the risks themselves and potentially do things like change the probability to see how that would impact things, or obviously the range of cost values as well. Now, if we go back to our dashboard, and this was the individual risks, remember, but we can also combine everything together. So I'm now looking at both the uncertainty using the factors that we had against the cost estimates and the risks as well. And we can see now that our 90% confident is actually up at 65.2 million. Now, if we compare that to the original deterministic estimate of 61.4, we've obviously got some work to do. So we could be looking at things like, well, could we actually perform actions to reduce some of the uncertainty ranges, or perhaps by mitigating the probability or the impacts of some of those individual risks.